Good morning, guys. Today I am with a GPU, and this GPU is faulty. I will show you its fault. I am going to turn the CPU on, and here you can see the fault on this screen. You can see 2 bars of garbage, and there will be display with the garbage. Okay, let's check it. We have to unscrew 4 of these screws, and it will be one more screw here, and detach the fan connector like this. Okay, a lot of fuzz and dust. Whenever you see that there is a lot of dust, we must whenever you find a lot of dust, first you have to check for the SMD components, because I am saying that because this card is detectable on the CPU, so that the communication through this port is in order. All the bits are available for the CPU, and even the power supply section is fine, because card is getting on and giving a display but with a garbage. So all the power supplies, we need not to check power supply like this. And this is the driver for these 2 FETs, and these FETs are giving the oscillation to this choke or coil that will give the output. And on the other hand, there are these FETs. It is the main power supply designed for this GPU chip, and these FETs are driving these 4 chokes, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and giving the oscillation on the input points of these chokes, and the output 1 volt is driving this GPU. And this power supply, it is another power supply, the third power supply here, and a fourth power supply is here. This third power supply is for the internal components like internal RAM for this GPU, and this power supply is operating the internal components of this GPU, especially the RAM section of this GPU. And here is another power supply like this. These two FETs are driving this choke, and these voltage that are generated via this choke, the input is like here, this point, and the output is here, this point. This point is for the voltage of these RAMs, and these voltage are for these RAMs. There are 8 RAMs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 4 RAMs are operated with the volt with the help of this choke output, and these 4 RAMs are operated with the 3.2 volt with the help of this choke output. So now here is a fault like a garbage. So first of all I have to check the biasing resistances of these RAMs, because this fault relates with the display, and you know the display is executed through these RAMs. So first of all I will check for the biasings for these RAMs, these 8 RAMs, and the biasings are at the back side of this board or in the back side of these RAMs. So let's start. I will start from this first RAM. First RAM is this one. It is U2000 and U2000, U2100, U2200, U2300. So let's start from here. There are plenty of resistors. It is 60 ohm, fine, it should be at 60 ohm. And this one is 1.666K, and the other resistor that is this one, it is also should be at 60 ohm. Yes, it is. And this one, the third one, 1.7 or 1.8K, okay. And here is the fourth, 119 ohm. Its value is 119 ohm. So guys, every RAM has 2 resistors of 60 ohm and 2 resistors of 1.6 and 1.7 ohm, and one resistance is at the value of 120 ohm or 119 ohm. And here is another resistor, I can see it, and it is 1 kilo ohm. Okay, fine. Now let's go to the second RAM, and it is 1 kilo ohm, and it is also should be 1 kilo ohm. Yes, it is. And here is also a resistor 1 kilo ohm, and this one 120 ohm, fine. And here are the resistors that are at the value of 60 ohm. Yes, it is. And this one is also 60 ohm, 1.6K, and it should be. Yes, I can find that nothing is bad in these biasings. Now, when these biasings are good, we must concentrate on this GPU chip. There could be a fault like balls crack underneath this chip, we have to reflow this chip. So let's do it, because I have checked all the sections, the RAM bisinks, powers are working fine, this power is working fine, and the rest of the thing is the GPU chip. We will reflow it. For the reflow, first of all I have to wash this chip from underneath. For this I will use this chemical. And here is my brush. And with the help of compressed air I will wash it out. There I can see dust, a lot of dust, so I have to do this again. One more time I will wash it. I will give some hot air to remove any kind of moisture underneath this chip. And some heat from the back side, and need to clean the underneath. That's enough. I have just washed this GPU chip, and now I'm going to test it again just to verify that either is there any kind of change in the display. Maybe the fault has been rectified. but afterward, if it is rectified, though we will must reflow this chip because the rectification of its fault may be temporary, so we have to reflow it. Just check it again. And as you can see on the display that the garbage has been removed, and here is the display. My keyboard is not working. Yes. And if you can see the display, it has booted up. Before its fault, it was not booting up. And as you can see that there is no more garbage. So guys, the fault was in underneath this GPU chip, and as you can see, as the driver is installed, and this GPU is working fine. So if I reflow this chip, this fault will perfectly rectify it. As you have seen that everything is fine. So guys, that was the story, this card, and hopefully it will help you in detecting a fault in a GPU like this. So thank you very much and goodbye. Here I will wash the old thermal paste, and I will apply the fresh thermal paste. Just lightly spread this paste. That's enough. Reconnect the fan jack. It should be in the same direction. Yes, it is. And now I will close this CPU. I will screw back all the screws. check it. Let's check it again. I will connect the HDMI port and I will turn it on. I'm going to turn it on. Here the fan spinning. Now you can see the display. Yes, it is fixed and no more garbage on the screen. We will check it until the full boot. Yes, fan speed is quite normal. The driver is installed and I can show you its driver. The system has been booted up fully and window is here, and now we will check for its driver installation. Here I will go for the device manager, and here is the display adapter. Yes, it is AMD Radeon R9 270 1024SP. So guys, the driver is installed, and with the installed driver you can see that this card is fixed, no garbage, everything is fine. So guys, maybe it would be helpful for my followers who would like to repair the GPUs. It was a small tip for my follower. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.